Welcome back to the Ariman Network, fellow pioneers. I saw something extraordinary, guys. I found that everyone looks within themselves for an expert whenever a new cryptocurrency is due to launch or has just been introduced to the market. As you can see, they will start by outlining several techniques and odd reasoning that demonstrate that they have indeed anticipated the product's ultimate launch price. Surprisingly, people accept them without question. As I mentioned before, I have observed that people have begun to dehumanize our beloved Pi by charging ludicrous and exorbitant sums. And as a result, people are starting to believe that we are a hoax. All right, folks, have a look at the Pi price prediction made by this website. Each Pi is expected to be worth roughly $314,000, according to the website. Guys, wait a minute. What's more astonishing? I'll show you. I'll give you a little example. Listen, folks. An average of 500 Pis have been given to each of the 20 million users who have finished their Kai. In addition, 10 million Pis, which are currently in the hands of the pioneers, result from multiplying that by 20 million. The cost to the overall Pi would be, I don't know what the exact figure is, 314, 150, 90, blah, 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 common. Min if 10 billion were multiplied by 314,000. $159, which some guys are saying each lie cost. This is just too absurd. In this video, I will further demonstrate how I personally refute the majority of those assertions. As we move on, ladies and gentlemen, I will share with you the harsh reality about this treasured Pi coin that no one else is expressing. I'll be more direct, truthful, and severe in today's video. So, gentlemen, get ready and stay with us through to the conclusion. To ensure you don't miss any of our upcoming updates, I suggest that you like and subscribe to this video before we begin. Guys, the rumor is that you will be immensely wealthy if you own a few Pi coins since. According to a website, Pi will cost over $300,000 when it first launches. That's amusing. According to the website, the price will be $314,159. But what's more startling? Many people claim on the internet that they have used the Pi at this price to make purchases. They also claim to have evidence to support their assertions, some of which I think are true and others of which are not. Therefore, the crucial query is, are all of these transactions happening? Do not misunderstand me, please. I didn't state that these transactions weren't happening. We simply need to be more honest and true to ourselves, because it won't be pleasant for us to continue holding absurd beliefs. I also discussed several transactions that were purportedly conducted with Pi coins in some of my earlier films. However, that doesn't imply we should allow hypothetical papers to damage our beloved Pi's reputation. Let's become more serious now. Is a piece of Pi going to make you wealthy? Together, let's do the investigation. As I indicated before, many people on the internet claim to have used Pi to pay for their expenses. I'll show you some of them. This picture suggests that they relished their motel lunch, but this isn't really what they're trying to convey. They are essentially showing how they used the tokens they had mined to cover their costs. And the key takeaway from this is that they are all holding their phones with the Pi Network's app open. Not every one of these posts from Vietnam has been made public. As you can see, a Vietnamese man posted a picture of his expensive watch on Twitter and claimed to have bought it with Pi, which cost him almost 0.7 Pis. The watch was purchased for about US $2,200. As you can see from these posts, he is showing off not just his watch, but also the records of the transactions he made with Pi. And he added, yes, 1 Pi is worth the amount I told you earlier. I say that because, as I just indicated, the Pi network is a bit more common in Vietnam. The next post will provide clarification. This is one of the most bizarre posts I've ever seen. You can see how enamored the Vietnamese are with the Pi network from this video. This seems a bit odd. An automobile dealership in Vietnam began accepting Pi payments. Ridiculous, right? Some people will now foolishly believe that they are unquestionably false and true. At this point, you will claim that there are over 35 million users on the Pi network. Indeed, we do. However, if you look a little further, you'll find that there are about 20 to 25 Twitter groups that are solely focused on promoting the Pi network. They claim that the Pi network is the best cryptocurrency ever and write articles about it every hour. I'm from a company called Pi Network, so please don't get me wrong. I am a pioneer myself, and Pi Network is amazing. But isn't this absurd, common guys? And while I'm not entirely sure who those people are, I can say with confidence that if you go to the Pi Network's official Twitter account, you won't see any messages like this. There isn't a formal term for the Pi's cost. I would suggest that until you hear an official statement or other notification, you should not trust anyone who says that this price will be the final price. Furthermore, the majority of the shared posts are wholly untrue because there has been no formal announcement of the price or anything else, but not all. Now, the question is, why are these people posting these things? You see, it's just a tactic to boost the hype around the Pi network. I can say with certainty that it will accomplish more, even though I'm not sure whether they are getting anything in return. You see, I'm objecting because considering that about 35 million people are mining Pi, the price, or, as Lamy puts it, value, that the majority of people are offering is too high and irrational. Additionally, the open mainnet already makes use of these price scenarios. Can the Pi pay for this or turn this money into fiat since everything is so costly? It is indisputable that our present dependence on fiat persists, and others argue that this scenario captures Pi's usefulness during the open mainnet. Another feature of Pi Network that is attracting interest and encouraging people to visit it is the rumor of its e-commerce website. You can purchase goods in the same way as you would on Amazon. Yes, however, instead of using real money to pay, you can use the native token of the network Pi. When is the Pi token going to be listed if I specifically mention that? There isn't a clear answer to that. There isn't a clear answer to that because the project is currently in its third phase. The greatest negative aspect is that we, the 35 million pioneers, are still waiting. Coins were last exchanged on September 7, 2022. For the portfolio, the Pi coin is still not accessible for purchase. Users who have mined the Pi cryptocurrency will not be able to swap or withdraw their coins until the Mainnet blockchain is available. Pi cannot be swapped out in its entirety while it is being tested. The official website states that this has been done to stop phony accounts from gaining Bitcoin.